Slump? What slump? The Washington Wizards took the floor here today against the team with the best record in the NBA, the two-time defending Western Conference champions, and did what it has done all season long here at the Verizon Center. Jump out to a big lead early, play well from almost beginning to end, and at the very end, win the basketball game. Washington with an impressive 112-108 victory over the Golden State Warriors here at the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. The Wizards snapping their two-game losing streak coming out of the All-Star break. This coming after the Wizards were 18-3 in their final 21 games going into the All-Star break. Now, their job was made a whole lot easier today when Kevin Durant left the game just 2 minutes into the contest with a hyperextended left knee when Zaza Pachulia fell into Kevin Durant, and Durant suffering a hyperextended left knee. He did not return in the ball game, but do not take credit away from the Washington Wizards. They played well, especially in the first half. A 40-point first quarter, 15 of 24 from the field. The Wizards built a 19-point lead in the second quarter, had a 12-point lead going into halftime, but the Warriors woke from their slumber in the third quarter, specifically Stephen Curry, who had only 6 points in the first half, had 15 points in the third quarter alone. And in that fourth quarter, it was nip and tuck. The Warriors finally took their first lead in the third quarter, held a slim lead in the fourth quarter, but Washington able to outplay the Warriors down the stretch. It was Bradley Beal who led the charge for the Washington Wizards. He had 25 points in the ball game. John Wall tied a career high with 19 assists in the ball game. So a big battle in the backcourt between two of the best, if not the two best backcourts in the NBA, and Steph Curry ended the game with 25 points, but at the very end, it was the Wizards coming away with the victory. And after the game, we got post-game locker room reaction from both locker rooms. We talked with Otto Porter for the Washington Wizards, and we also spoke with Shaun Livingston of the Golden State Warriors. We got a chance to hear from both of them after the game. We start with Otto Porter, who had 14 points in the ball game and one huge offensive rebound and a couple of free throws late in the game to seal the victory for the Wizards.
Rebound that you got at towards the end of the game was huge. What were you doing, seeing to be able to grab that?
Everybody just got caught ball watching, and I was able to, sneak behind them and grab the rebound.
Otto, after the two losses you guys had after the All-Star break, what does it say about this team that bounced back against the team?
We're back, we're back to our regular selves. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. We had to bring our A game. So this kind of solidifies us, coming back out of the break. And now we're just going to, continue.
Is this when you feel better considering how close you came to being a top contender team in Cleveland came to town with this important game?
I mean, we should have beat them, but no, definitely. It just put us back to where we want to be. So we're going to take from this game and bring it tomorrow night.
What was the key to keeping Golden State from getting on a run from three?
Just communication defensively. That was a big thing. Making sure we switch, make sure we made contact with them, be physical with them, and get the rebound and run.
Is that a big difference this year, the ability that you guys could switch basically 1 through 4 now?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we, strive. That's where we can, switch, get a stop, and push and spread the floor. So.
How valuable were Boyan and Jan tonight?
Gave us big minutes. Everybody came out the bench, gave us big minutes, produced and played well with each other. So.
Otto, you came out of the break shooting 1 of 8 from 3. How nice is it to make those two late to kind of get back on track?
I mean, it helps, but at the same time, continue to work on my shot, make sure I continue to get shots up, and whenever it come my way, just let it go.
What were you thinking when Steph got that potentially game-tying 3 from the top of the key?
Whew, that was a deep one. He made that one. You got to give him credit. So.
Yeah, we showed a lot of resolve. Guys came together. We stuck together. That was a playoff game, honestly. The way that they jumped on us, and they're a talented team. Everybody kind of knows that. And I think the way that we responded and kind of grinded the game out, we weren't hitting shots. Our shooters usually hit more shots. But, hey, at the end of the day, that's the game of basketball. You make some, miss some. And I think defensively, we put ourselves in a position to win.
Shaun, what did you what did you see from your observation point on the bench when Kevin got hurt, and then when he came off the floor and headed back?
I didn't see it. Honestly, I missed it.
And then the next couple possessions when he kept playing and when he came off the floor.
Well, there was obviously something wrong with him, so you know, he did probably what he should have done. Went back. I mean, obviously this is just a game in February, and you know, we're obviously trying to play for longer than this.
Shaun, what's the biggest adjustment you guys need to make after Durant went out?
Well, he does so much for us on both ends of the floor. So I think, you know, execution. You know, we had a lot of sloppy turnovers. We played frantic a little bit, and with a guy like him, he's so crucial to what we do because he can stop runs. You know, and this team is great at home going on runs, and he's able to get to the line, slow things down for us, get easy shots for us. And so without him, we need to find other ways to score, meaning execute, you know, try to get solid shots off his end.
Team ball movement was a little bit off too.
Yeah. It comes from turnovers and just, you know, just trying to be in something. I think we were just kind of, you know, throwing the ball around a little bit. And that happens, you know, that's part of like a gift and a curse in a sense. It's part of what makes the Warriors, but at the same time, you can come back to bite us.
For the Golden State Warriors, once again, the biggest story coming out of the game, the status of Kevin Durant's left knee. Once again, leaving the game less than 2 minutes in with a hyperextended left knee. He went in for an MRI. His status going forward is unknown. And for Stephen Curry, after going 0 for 11 from 3 yesterday in Philadelphia against the 76ers, the worst output he's ever had from three-point territory in his career, didn't do that much better here tonight. 2 of 9 from the three-point arc. He did have 25 points in the game. Klay Thompson, his backcourt mate, was 5 of 20 from the field. He had 16 points in the ball game. It was Shaun Livingston that stepped up for the Golden State Warriors off the bench, playing a lot of minutes, especially after Kevin Durant's injury. He had 14 points off the bench for the Golden State Warriors. But once again, Washington coming away with the big 112-108 victory over the Golden State Warriors. So stay tuned to A Lot of Sports Talk and ALotofSportsTalk.com. On the A Lot of Sports Talk Facebook page, we have the post-game thoughts of Stephen Curry after the game outside of the Golden State Warriors locker room. And stay tuned for the next month as we turn the calendar to March, and in the next couple of weeks we will have coverage of championship week from at least 6 different conference tournaments, all leading up to March Madness, the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournament. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage of both championship week and the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournament. So once again, our final score, the Washington Wizards back on the win column, 112-108 over the Golden State Warriors. From the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C., my name is Adesina Koiki for ALotofSportsTalk.com.